Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's call. I'm sorry about this music in the background. It's not going to stop. Something's going on with my computer tonight. So I don't know if you can hear me. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's call. I'm sorry about this music in the background. It's not going to stop. Something's going on with my computer tonight. So I don't know if you can hear me. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's call. I'm sorry about this music in the background. It's not going to stop. Something's going on with my computer tonight. Okay, this should be better. Prayerfully, can you hear me? Good evening, everybody. This is a sound check. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, because I don't know what is going on tonight. Everything's going crazy. So if you can hear me, guys, let me know. I'm going to sign on with my phone because, you know, when you open up the screens on the thing, it covers everything up. So I'm going to sign in on my phone to see what everybody's saying. And let's go from there. Yes. Okay. So good. 1's in the chat. Excellent. Welcome, Charlene, Janice, Nicola, Farrington. That is my amazing upline right there. Natalia. She is, what's the word? You are relentless. You don't give up. I want to be like you, girl. Keitra, welcome. Kevin, yes. Thelma, welcome. Dolores, welcome. Tyra, welcome. Carolee, I don't want to mess up your name. Welcome. Thank you so much for being on with us this evening. DC, Nicola, that's my girl. So when y'all hear me talking about that buzz in my ear, that's the buzz right there. She was my buzz. She is my buzz. Okay. But yes, welcome to today's call. Thank you so much for getting on again. Let's get this party started. You can send out those last minute texts, guys. Let them know that you are ready to be a part of an amazing opportunity. And we want this to be great. So let's record it so that we have it recorded, so we don't miss that. Okay. So welcome to GS Partners presentation. The new digital era is here. Guys, we all know that things are changing and they're changing rapidly. You know, the other day I was reading in the States where it spoke about different banks. Everybody in the States takes everything to another level. Then it becomes a conspiracy theory and it goes crazy. But they were talking about how the banks were going to shut down and there was going to be no money. But it wasn't that. It was that they were creating this digital currency that they wanted utilized between the different banks, and they were going to test it out throughout the banking system. And basically, it was end-to-end encryption on a blockchain. And this is what they're doing. So can we avoid it? No. So if you can't beat them, join them. If this is what the world is coming to and this is where we're getting to, why are we not a part of it? So here at GSPartners.global, we want to connect corporate to communities and just create this real world value solutions. And simply put, we are creating value to communities from a corporate level and bringing it down to us, where usually, and you'll hear Miss Leona always speak about this, usually we would not be able to take part in the markets and in the baskets, and we'll start speaking about this different terminology as we go on, but usually we would not be able to take part in what we have to offer. And not because we're not all millionaires on this call, right? But because we don't have the funds to do so, honestly, for real. So let's see if I don't know if my screen's going to work, guys. My publisher just decided, my PowerPoint decided to shut down today. But who am I? My name is Dr. Ruth Ann Newton. I am the Island Girl from Island Girl Healing, and I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I have been for over 20 years. I was the owner, for those that know me out of Grand Bahama, the owner of 196 in the Bazaar and in Port Lacaya for over 7 to 8 years. I was also in the Savoy building before I, was swept off my feet, like I like to say, by God. And I kind of got bedridden, went into a coma for a while. All this beautiful stuff happened to me. And I say this not to impress you, but impress upon you that if I'm able to offer this opportunity to others and speak about it and share such an amazing opportunity with you, listen, you have no excuse. You have no excuse that if you see the value in what we're sharing tonight, you must talk about it. I am also a life and wealth coach. I am a motivational, transformational speaker. I am the owner of Branding Boutique and Island Girl Healing. Like I said, I am 15 years in network marketing and affiliate marketing, and I'm an proud independent affiliate with GS Partners at the current rank of director. Yeah, the first rank, but guess what? I'm going to be to the top soon. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. So that's who I am. My name is Dr. Ruth Ann. So what we are not, and I need you to understand this, we are not financial advisors. So we're not here to create any claims. We're not here to tell you what to do with your money. We are here to share information that's been brought to us, that's working for us, and we find value in it. So we're just sharing it because it makes a difference in people's lives. So I want to put the disclaimer out there. This is a presentation for the exclusive purpose of educating the community and its members regarding the products and services and the potential reward programs that are found here at gspartners.global. So I want you to understand that even if we talk about numbers, about somebody potentially being able to make certain amount of money from the business aspect, from the affiliate side, that's based on the potential of that individual. So yes, you probably could do more and do better, but it's also always dependent on who does it and how the value that you put to your work. Okay, guys? So of course, we got to start at the very beginning because we want to clear all the cobwebs out. We want to sweep and dust the floor to make sure that when we go into this presentation, we were at the right place, okay? We want our minds to be ready to accept the information. Miss Leona always starts off with such an amazing prayer, and I didn't even want to do how she did it because I can't even repeat her prayer, but I also always love how she says, God, use me to be the vessel to those that are out there that need to hear me. And I want to be that same servant leader that's able to just provide you information, guys, that's really going to shift the mindset. I've been a mindset reset coach for over 10 years. And my goal has always just been to be able to allow people to pivot their minds. Because if you stay where you are, you will continue to get what you've gotten. So in order to get what you've never had, you must be willing. You must be willing to do what you've never done. And until you're willing to do what you've never done, nothing will change. I'm not trying to scare you in any way, shape, or form, but that's just the facts. So Dr. Myron Golden is one of Miss Leona's mentors. And trust me, when I went and I did my research about him after I heard her mention him, like I said last night, one of the things that stood out for me, he said the reason why he went to figure out how to become wealthy and to create that wealthy mindset is because he hated the thought of being poor. He hated it. It repulsed him. It made him sick to be poor. And so until you're tired of where you're at, you are not going to change anything. So guys, I need to know, before we go on, where are you? Where are you at? Are you ready for a wealthy mindset shift? And if you are, drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know that I'm talking to somebody out there that's ready for this information, that we're ready to take it on. And when we take it on, we're going to make a difference, whether it's in our lives because we see value, or whether it's in other people's lives because now we got to share what we've learned. So let me check the chats. Oh yeah, listen, we got the chat is blowing up. That's what I'm talking about, guys. We got all the people saying, yes, I am ready. I'm ready for this shift. So tell me, a poverty mindset. Where are we at with a poverty mindset? We are at with a poverty mindset where basically we're always thinking of the bills. We get paid and we immediately, that's the first thing. Bills, 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 bills. I'm getting paid to pay my bills. So there's never extra. How is there going to be extra? How is there going to be extra? And I was just speaking to a lady just now on the phone, presenting to her GS partners. And like I said, when the $5 is left at the end of you paying all your bills, you go and get a Starbucks coffee. She said, girl, Starbucks coffee, you need a stiff drink after all this stress. She cracked me up. I was like, that was hilarious, you know? But my point to her was, and what I was sharing last night is this wealth entrepreneur said, no, pull out first what you're willing to make a difference in your life with. Then whatever is left, utilize that to get the bills paid. So why would he say that, guys? Because if you pull it out first, then you can start to make a difference in your life. But if you leave it to last, it's never going to happen. Why? Because a poverty mindset, guys, what is it doing? It uses money just to pay bills. It's using the money to pay the bills. That's what it's about. And where are we at with a middle class mindset? Well, here in the United States, what are they doing? They're constantly trying to make sure that their credit is on point. They want that 700 credit score. Why? So then they're offered more credit cards. And what do they do with the credit cards? Then they spend more money. Then what happens there? Then you got to pay back the credit cards. So it's this vicious cycle, to me, of a high-end poverty mindset. Because now, just because you have better credit, you're still paying stuff off because you're not really taking your money to do anything with it. You're just buying more stuff. But what is the wealthy mindset, guys? We're going to take money and we're going to make money. Like Mr. Goldman always says, Dr. Golden always says, what does he say? The money maternity ward. And trust me, I am a person, I don't know about y'all, but I have a very cartoonish mindset sometimes. And what do I mean by that? I literally see a cartoon with the maternity ward filled with money babies, and the money babies just multiplied. So imagine this maternity ward with your money just multiplying. As you get more money, it multiplies. It just grows and it grows. And that's what you want to see your money doing, growing. And if your money is not growing for you, what is it doing? You know, I had a gentleman the other day who joined me in GS Partners, and he said, man, all Royal Bankers do is take my $5 at the end of the month. So every month his money is dwindling because, you know, the $5 was being taken out. I remember being a part of an organization, and I think we had put in over $1,000+ in Finco, just in a regular, I think it was a regular checking account. And it wasn't touched for 2 years. Like no checks were written or nothing. Do you know that on the third year, we went to go and check on that account? Do you know that account was down to $300+? Literally, they had taken from that account for 2 years. I was like, what? Yeah. So I am not speaking against our financial institutions because everything serves a purpose. Everything serves a purpose. But things are quickly changing in where we're at in the world. Things are quickly changing. So what is the history behind GS Partners, this company that we're speaking about tonight? What is that history? Well, it's very rich. And I love that it's rich because this is something that you should be looking at in a company. You should be looking to see, well, what can this company provide for me? What does it offer? You know, is it a fly-by-night company? Did it just pop up? You know, what is it doing? Well, in 2013, GSB Gold was an internet platform, and they were trying to connect refineries for precious metals to the end user. So going through the, you know, the dealers, the suppliers, and they were trying to figure out how can we connect this. And so in doing so, they started creating technology. And then in 2014, blockchain technology became the forefront. So guess what? They pivoted. And then they immediately became like the top in Asia, making sure that once again, these refineries and the end user had transparency, complete, documentation, understanding how it moved. And they just blew that arena up. They just blew it up. And as they created more software and enhanced it, and it just started getting better and better, they realized that guess what? This software could be used by banks. And that took them all the way to 2017 into 2019. So now they were white labeling their technology. And I know maybe some of y'all aren't techie out there, so all this information to you is like, okay, I don't know about that. Well, guess what? That's a big deal. That's a big deal when you see a technology company, one, to be the top in its country because they are the top in Germany, and for their banks in Germany to be utilizing their white label software. That's a big deal. And then in 2020, they started creating an innovative network marketing platform where persons like me, like you, can start becoming a part of this ecosystem that they started to build. And they wanted to create this world within having different organizations be a part of it, different companies. You know, so initially they had this metaverse that they were building, and that's expanded. And so I've heard it's made millionaires. Literally, persons have made millions off of their metaverse. Now, guys, I came in 2021 and I sat on the sidelines because I did not understand it. Did I have foresight of vision? Yes, I knew whatever this was good. I just knew that I couldn't explain it. And I'm a person, if I can't explain it, I can't do it. And so now I am running hard with this company. Why? Because it just makes sense. I believe in it and it makes sense. Why? Because not only have they decided to incorporate one basket initially of, in trading and in the metaverse, now they have all of these different sectors, guys. And the sectors mean a lot. And why do they mean a lot? Is because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. But you know what's great? Leadership. The leadership here is simply amazing. You have Mr. Joseph Haidt. He is literally the COO, like the board. He's the chairman of the board. He's the head. And he has the heart of gold, but he's also a billionaire. And to me, that means a lot, because that means he does not need our money. He does not need us. And then he has an amazing COO that literally drives this ship with passion. He believes in what he's doing. He's out there constantly looking for companies to bring into this ecosystem, in this eco shell that they're creating, which feeds us. Our community feeds them, and then they in turn feed us. And what I love is every month they bring about the tops of the different sectors, baskets, blockfolios, as we call them here. They bring them together that share information with us and bring it down to layman terms so we can understand it. That's powerful, because it's like you're sitting in what is that meeting that like a chairman's meeting when you're like stakeholders? That's how it feels, because when they come on, they're sharing information with you that they don't have to share. I don't know if people get that, but they are coming on as if you're in a stakeholders meeting and you're being a part of the growth of the company. Because this is happening, and oh, by the way, this is happening, and we're going to start making these money moves, and that's what they give us. I think that is simply amazing. And then Mr. Bruce Hughes over here, the corporate trainer, he's simply amazing. He comes on every Wednesday and join us at 11 a.m. I believe it's Eastern Standard Time. And he just shares the information very, very frankly. He doesn't add hype to it. It's all there, laid out for us, as simple as it possibly can be. So these are the industries, the baskets, the blockfolios. And yes, I'm using different terminologies because the person that brought you to this call might have said, oh yeah, we're in these different industries. And you're like, industries? And then someone else might have said, no, man, we got all these sectors going on. And then another person might have said, oh, you can join and build blockfolios and fund blockfolios. They are all the same thing. It simply means that these different sectors that we are a part of are the different companies that fuel us. AI technology, the Forex market, real estate. That alone is trillion, billion-dollar industries, multiple trillion, multiple billion-dollar industries. But these are sectors that means that there are companies above in these real estate, in the real estate market. There's AI technology that's above that is feeding our community. And we're feeding them by having a community of over 1 million users utilizing what we have to offer. And in all of our sectors, we have real estate, we have blockchain technology, we have online gaming, we have nutraceuticals, renewables, fintech. Listen, the growth is just exponential. And honestly, guys, for me, the fact that they have multiple arenas is crucial. Because so many of us, and I know some of you all out there, unlike like myself, we've been in other companies. And their main thing was trading. And it might have not worked out the way we wanted it to. Honestly, let's be real. But here we have multiple sectors. You can choose. You don't have to be in trading. If you don't want to do trading, you don't have to do trading. If you want to do real estate, you can do real estate. If you want to do fintech, you can do fintech. Now, we're focusing on fintech because we have literally shortened it down to 18 months, an 18-month certificate. So you can see your value. Yes, your value starts in a week, but you can also see the end value and your full rewards within 18 months. Okay. So we're really going to just start breaking it down because you need to understand the only thing that we sell here is a key. The key opens the metaverse market, so it allows you to have access to be able to load into the sectors, into the baskets, into the block folios, so that you can start to receive that weekly reward program, that monthly reward program, and the bonus program. But you can't receive any rewards if you do not first buy a what? Guys, you tell me, what do you need to buy in order to get started? What do you need to buy? Drop it in the chat. What is it that we need to buy in order to get started? I want to make sure y'all are listening. Indira, yes, a key. That's it, a key. We got to buy a key, which is called a certificate. But if we don't have access to that key, to that certificate, we cannot load the block folios. We cannot load the baskets. We cannot load the sectors to get access to the weekly, the monthly, and the bonus program rewards. So you have to start there. And then you'll have some people that say, okay, I see y'all have $100 key. That's what I want. I want that $100 certificate. So what I can get for that? No, you're not going to get anything because now you've just opened the door. Huh? Yeah, you got the key just like you got the hotel room key from the front desk. You got the key. So you paid for your hotel room, you got the key. Now to get in the room to do other stuff or to go do other stuff on the property, now we need to load. We need to put stuff in these baskets, in these sectors, in these block folios to start earning us weekly bonuses, monthly bonuses, and get that full bonus at the end. That's simply how it is. So we start with our RISE certificate all the way to Victorious. So it starts at 100 and goes to 100,000. So that is where it starts. And we also have in between the 250, the 1,000. And some of the most popular are the 1,000. Some of the most popular is even the 5,000. But we're going to show you a few tonight to just break it down so you can have full understanding, so that when you leave here, you're like, let me get my certificate. Let me get my key. I am ready. Let me load. I want to do this and I want to do this now. So let's start with the GROW. The GROW certificate cost $250. Well, sorry, 250 USDT, because this is USDT. So when you hear me say dollars, guys, please scrub it out your mind. It's USDT. First load is 500. You're going to get 5% on the 250 for 52 weeks. You'll get 1.5% on the 500 for 18 months. You're going to get the reward bonus at the end of 18 months of 2,500. Your second load, which we now offer, you have $1,000 that you can put on there. You're going to get 7% on the 250 for 52 weeks. And then at the end of the 18 months, you're going to get 5,000. So how does that look on a chart? Let's go to the chart. We just did a double load. So let me go to the double load chart. Let's see if I have it. Hold on. Okay. So we just spoke about doing both loads. So both loads would be certificate, which is the key, at 250, main load 1, 500, main load 2, 1,000, total all in, total exchange, 1,750. Weekly will be 30, right? For 52 weeks, which totals 50 and 60. We're going to do 1.5% on the 500 for 18 months, gives us a total of 135. And our bonus on both of them together is going to be 7,500. And so our max payout, including load return, because remember, I said the only thing that you buy here is the certificate. So you're going to get returned to you load 1 and load 2. So your max payout includes your load return. And this number includes the total of the 52 weeks and your monthly. You're looking at 10,945. Like literally, that's as simple as it can get. Now, if you're that individual that says, I don't know if I could do 2 loads, like I don't have that right now. Well, if you don't, this chart is going to show you 1 load. So 250, you got your certificate, you got your door key, you're in, let's load it. We're going to main load 1, 500, total all in, 750. We're going to do 5% on 250 for 52 weeks, 1,250. 52 weeks in total is 650. 1.5% on the 500 for 18 months is total is 135. We have an all bonus of 2,500 at the end of the 18 months, are all maxed out, including your return load of that 500. And this, remember, includes your 52 weeks and your 1.5% per month. You're going to get 3,785. So on all of our certificates, you're looking at about a 6x. 6x. To me, I don't know about y'all, that sounds a little sweet. And just so that you know, that key that you purchased also gives you access to the other baskets. Because remember, I said that there are other baskets. Now, we do have nutraceuticals and gaming, but with those baskets, there are multiple loads, meaning you have to load them multiply through the year. So it's not just 1 load. These are 1 load, so this is what we focus on. So we're focusing on the big 3, which are fintech, renewables, and real estate. So on this chart, you can decide, okay, I've purchased my certificate. I did my first load for 18 months. I can say, well, let me create my own wealth plan. Let me create my own perpetual wealth plan. I want 3 months later, or maybe the following month, I'm going to load renewables. So you load renewables with load 1 and 2, or just load 1, whichever. You're going to get a benefit back. You're going to get that 4% per week if you first do main load 1 for 52 weeks. You're going to get 1.5% on the load for 24 months. Your all in return with the load return of the 500 bonus is going to be 3,000. So you have to understand there are ways for you to make money. And then you can say another month or 2 later that, guess what? I want to load main load 2. Or guess what? I want to go and load real estate now. You only paid for 1 key, but you're having access to multiple baskets. You are having access to multiple ways for you to put your money to work, that it can start making you money. So you really have to just take a moment and look at what we have to offer. This one is a very, very popular certificate. This is our Prosper. It's 1,000 USDT. That's how you start. So what is that, guys? That is your key. In the chat, are you going to get this $1,000 back? Let me know. Is this $1,000 going to be given back to you? I want to know. Let's see if you're listening. Let me know. But this certificate, if I go and I pay for a certificate for $1,000, is it going to be given back? The $1,000, Indira, am I going to get that back? No, I'm not going to get that $1,000 back. Because why? Why am I not going to get the $1,000 back? Speak to me. Let me know you're hearing me. Yes, because it's your key. That is why you're not going to get it back. Every time you purchase the key, that is what we sell. We sell a key. The only thing after that is for you to now load your baskets, your sectors, or your block folios so that you can now start to earn from what you load. So you've purchased your key for $1,000. You decide, guess what? I'm going to do main load 1. That's $2,000. What are you going to get from that? Well, $5,000 per week on the 1,000 for 52 weeks. And you're going to get 1.5% for 18 months on the 2,000. And then you're going to get $10,000, 10,000 USDT bonus. You're going to get 10,000 as a bonus. You put in 2,000, you paid for your certificate, and you're going to get 10,000, and you're going to get your 2,000 back. So you didn't lose the 2,000 because you don't lose that. That's given back. Then you decide, you know what? Let me do the main load 2. So you add another 4,000. They're going to give you 7% on the 1,000 on the certificate for 52 weeks. Then they give you 20,000 and your 4,000 back. So the only thing you paid for was the key. Everything else is returned back to you with rewards. I hope this is making sense. I hope you're understanding. And once again, in purchasing that key, it still gives you access to the other baskets, the other sectors, the other block folios, renewables, real estate. The choices are endless for you. So you can decide to say, well, you know what? I want to get into the 24-month renewable plan. Let me put another 2,000 there. Well, an additional 4% for 52 weeks, another 1.5% on the 2,000 for 24 months. And then you're going to get the bonus and you're going to get your $2,000 back. So you're going to get that 10,000 and the additional 2,000 back. Do the same thing with real estate. You can then decide to do the main load too. 4,000, 8% per week for 52 weeks on the certificate. You're going to get the 20,000 and your 4,000 back. So it's endless when you think about the possibilities. So when you look at it across the board, right? $1,000 certificate, 2,000 first load, 4,000 second load, 7,000 all in, 120 for 52 weeks, total 6,240, 6,240. 1.5% on the main load 1 for 18 months, 540, 30,000 bonus. They're going to give you your 4,000 and your 2,000 back, all in rewards, 43,780. Does that seem good to anybody? Drop a 1 if any of this is making sense. Drop a 1. Is it making sense? Now, if it isn't, please let me know and I can break it down even more. Okay. So thank you, Narissa, Shamika, Pendra, Indira, Patrick. Yes, Edna. It's literally that simple. Like, I mean, sometimes we probably make it so complicated, but it's really, really, really simple. So last one. Let's do the last one, guys. $2,500, 2,500 USDT. So used to dollars, USDT. This is the Flourish certificate. We've paid for our certificate. This is our certificate. This is our key. This allows us access to load our block folios, our sectors, our baskets. So now we're going to put 5,000 in main load 1. We get 5% per week on the 2,500 certificate for 52 weeks. Not on the 5,000, on the certificate. The percentage at the top percent is always on the certificate. Like anything, the weekly is always on the certificate. It's not on your load. The monthly is usually on the load. Okay? So you always remember that. Your monthly is on the load, which is usually like a 1.5%. The weekly is always on the certificate. So the 5% is on the certificate, on the key, which is 2,500. You'll get that for 52 weeks. You get a bonus of 25,000. Yeah, you heard me. You've purchased a certificate for 2,500. You've loaded for 18 months. They're going to give you 25,000. Plus, they're going to give you 5,000 back. So you got 30,000. You've been given back your 5,000. And you have to hear what you're saying to yourself. You've utilized 5,000 that's brought you rewards, and you're going to get it back. You're going to get it back. Then you can decide to say, you know what? Let me load main load 2. Load that with 10,000. Get 7% on the certificate for 52 weeks. And get a bonus after 18 months of 50,000. Say what? Wow. Powerful. Powerful. And of course, remember, you still have access to the other baskets. You still have access to the other sectors. You still have access to the other block folios for up to a year once that certificate is purchased. So that certificate is valid for a year. Like, that is amazing. So what does it look like, guys, across the board? Start at the certificate, 2,500. Main load 1, 5,000. Main load 2, 10,000. All in, 17,500. Weekly, 300. That's more than minimum wage. 52 weeks, 15,600. 1.5% on the 5,000 for 18 months, 1,350 is the total. Your bonus rewards is 75,000. And then with your return back to you, plus all of the weekly and the monthly bonus, you're looking at 109,450. And you put in initially 17,500. Like, I know some of these numbers might be like, woo, oh my God, yeah. But guess what? That's what they are. And because of the different sectors we're dealing with, they have over like 200 or 500 companies that we're dealing with, that they're constantly looking for. And they say that right now that the market is so rich with companies that are undervalued that they're being able to acquire all of these companies, that they are just going to explode into multi-million-dollar companies. And we will benefit from this growth. Because why? We are helping them build by being the community that they need. Isn't that crazy? That's like insane. But that's what's happening. That is what's truly happening here. So guys, we had a blockchain summit in the Bahamas first week of October. It was simply mind-blowing. The energy was fantastically phenomenal. We took it by storm. You know, we were in Jamaica and Trinidad, but the Bahamas had over 800 people in the room. Yes. Like basically standing room only, over 800 people in that room, guys. And we shared what we were about. And Dirk Zalman brought his heart, his passion, and just shared everything that he could about the company, so that when you left there, you were on fire. You were on fire. Like, listen, if I'm not doing this, I need to do this. And if I'm doing it, I need to do it more. You know, we had people coming out of the woodworks that had been in the company but hadn't said much in a long time. They were coming out of the woodworks, and when they left there, they said, listen, that was fire. That excited them. So when there are events, guys, please, if you can make it out, because it's definitely the place to be. And, you know, of course, the rewards were given. And these are some of our executives that we have on our team in the Bahamas. And I am super, super proud of them. You know, I know Cardinal McIntosh out of Freeport. I don't know if he remembers me, but I remember meeting him years ago. He is simply amazing. And look at him standing there, fantastically phenomenal. I think, guys, y'all don't understand how powerful this is, because we have the average Bahamian working in a passion and drive that they love. And these executives are making a minimum of 12 to 15,000 per month in the Bahamas, where there's quote unquote no money, right? So if you see the passion, if you understand what we're doing here, and if you see the value, you too can do what we do. You know, we have a membership of $33 that allows you to do what we do. Like $33, and you can make 12,000 to 15,000 per month from $33. Yeah, you work and your membership is only $33 a month. I know companies where you have to spend $150, $200 a month, and sometimes you make nothing by the end of the month. Here, you find value, you share, and people join you. There's no stopping. It's limitless. It is limitless. So with that being said, I want to say my name is Dr. Ruth Ann out of Freeport, Bahamas, by way of Alabama. And I always like to say, service to humanity, guys, is service to God. Good night, my friends.